Hey, what's going on, Facebook, world, internet, everyone that's watching? Social media is freaking cool, man. Anyways, I'm on my way to work right now, and I wanted to talk about how to handle your own negativity. And what I'm referencing is, a lot of times in life, negative things can happen to us. So there are things that are negative that happen to us. But I would say for me anyways, most of the time when I'm being negative, it's my own deal. Like nothing actually happened that justifies me being negative. And so I want to talk about how I've learned to address that, handle that, be more positive, be more energetic, let my spirit fly high and do awesome things throughout the day. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Jerry. Share the stream. My goal is my goal and my mission is to empower millions of leaders to own their God-given ultimate potential. The way that I'm going to do that is with your help. And so I want to thank you in advance for sharing the stream and just say that I really appreciate it. So I want to just talk about where I was probably I would say 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, right? I seemed really positive, in high school, and growing up, I was always one of the funny kids. I was always in sports. But I would always have just these, I wouldn't call it depression because I don't believe in that term, but it was just these bouts of negative thought. I would get down on myself. I would get down on other people. And when it was just me, a lot of times I would express that negativity towards myself and it would cause me to introvert, okay? So a negative thought would pop up and I would be like, oh no, that's a negative thought and I'm a positive person, so I don't think about that. And I would suppress it and bury it and just kind of hope it went away and then try and distract myself or go do something different. And it would resurface, whether it's the same negative thought or a different negative thought, it would resurface, periodically. And, what happens is if you don't handle that, when you get married, you are not only the object of your negativity, but your spouse becomes an object of your negativity as well. So you're obviously around yourself the most, your spouse is around yourself next most. And so when you're being negative, sometimes you end up directing that towards your spouse because she's also there, he's also there, okay? So that's also a bad thing, and I caught myself doing that when I got married. So I've been married almost 5 years now. It'll be 5 years in about 10 days, actually. Man, that's crazy. Anyways, that's kind of my backstory, and so what I learned is a lot of the negativity was past moments and past events, things that bothered me, things that were painful, moments of loss, moments of fear, right? And so I would have these negative thoughts, and my reasoning was when a negative thought would come up, I would bury it and suppress it because I'm a positive person and positive people don't think about negative thoughts. And I must be the only one. So I would bury it, right? I would get rid of it. I would say, no, I can't think about that. That's, I'm positive, I'm a Christian, I'm this, I'm that. I can't be thinking about that. And so ultimately what happens is they keep resurfacing. And so what I have learned to do in my life is when a thought comes up like that, many of my thoughts are not just random. My brain and my spirit are trying to tell me something. And so when I have a negative thought come up, if I'm remembering something that, maybe pissed me off, what's up, John Wakefield? When I'm remembering something painful, when I'm remembering something fearful, instead of suppressing it, what I do now is I go ahead and address it. Okay, I don't bury it, I don't get rid of it, I dive deep on it. I remember it, I go over the details, I ask myself questions, why is this bothering me? Why is this thought coming up again? And what that does is it allows me to handle it. A lot of times it doesn't even need a solution. Your brain is just trying to process this file that you have. And so your brain literally is just a giant computer. Your brain is trying to process it, file it, and store it. And the only way it can do that is by examining the thought. So when you keep pushing that file off to the side and saying, no, that's negative, I don't want to think about it, I need to distract myself, your brain never gets a chance to process that file. And so it's going to keep resurfacing. And eventually, you do this for 18, 20, 22 years of your life like I did, you have all of these files. You have decades worth of files in your head that your brain is trying to process because they're negative and it needs to figure out what to do with it. And you're pushing them off to the side and not allowing yourself to handle those thoughts. So if you're a positive person, awesome, keep it up. If you're like me and you're a positive person and sometimes you think about, past events that maybe weren't so fun, handle those. Think about them. Don't just push them off to the side. Ask yourself questions. Like I said, why am I thinking this? What is important about this? Why is it bothering me? What do I need to address here or recognize here so that this can just become a file and my brain can put it away and I can be done with it? Because if you do keep pushing it off, it will keep coming back and you'll end up with this big old nasty pile, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Hey, again, my name is Jerry. If you don't know me, that's my fault. I take full responsibility for that. Go ahead and share the stream. My mission in life is to empower millions of leaders to own their God-given ultimate potential. My way of doing that is you guys are going to help me spread that around, and I'm going to get that help from you by adding value to your life. So I want to thank you in advance. Share the stream. Have a great Wednesday. Don't call it hump day just because someone made up a word called Wednesday and decided it sucks more than Friday and it's only 2 days away. That doesn't make any damn sense. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Also, since John Wakefield was on here, I want to just give a shout out to RMG Real Estate. They're doing a zoo party tonight. I'm going to be there. I know a bunch of other people are going to be there. Come check it out. It's at the Anchorage Zoo. Whether you want to buy a house or not, that doesn't matter. Everyone loves cute animals and there's free food and a bunch of awesome people. I will see you guys there. Have a great Wednesday.